What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, our new series that we've been running over the last couple of months, well, since we started the year, really, and we're using this as an opportunity to break down international music news and basically stay up to date with all the goings-on in and around the genres we cover here on the channel. So that's essentially Afrobeats, reggae, dancehall, amapiano, and every sort of genre in between. Really enjoying the sort of general direction this section of the show has been able to take, and I'm loving the fact that we are now getting so many suggestions on things we can cover. I'm going to try and cover as much as I possibly can and bring you guys the latest news updates each and every day. We may miss a few things here or there, but we're going to try our very, very best. Again, a massive shout out to each and every one of you who has recently subscribed to the channel, and of course our long-term subscribers as well. We very recently hit 27,000 subscribers, and we are now rocketing towards 28,000. We should be able to hit that before the end of the week if you guys keep subscribing at the pace that you currently are. Again, it's massive, the amount of growth the channel that we've been receiving here on the channel. Big up to each and every one of you. I never thought we'd hit this kind of level where we'd be able to post every day and actually see the growth happen as it is. Big up to each and every one of you. It's such an enjoyable journey. Now, on to today's topic. We are going to be talking about the Grammys, because obviously it's a big international music event. Primarily, I feel, centered around what's going on in America, but we're going to be breaking down what this means for the sort of genres we cover here on the channel, and the results, because obviously the ceremony happened yesterday. I believe it was on the Sunday, or at least we're seeing the results now. So there's a few things I want to talk about before we get into the sort of genres we're more familiar with. The Song of the Year did go to Leave the Door Open. Obviously, Silk Sonic have had a massive, sort of 18 months, and it's fair enough. I'm not actually mad at this being in the conversation. What I was a bit upset at, though, that was that Essence wasn't nominated, because Essence is nominated in other categories, but it wasn't nominated in the Song of the Year, which I find really, really surprising, considering how popular it has been, considering how many different sort of music agencies and sort of outlets and sort of magazines and publishing houses and things named it as one of the biggest tunes of the year. I find it very surprising. And a little bit biased, I feel, towards the sort of American music scene, that it wasn't in that sort of conversation for Best Song. However, we'll talk about where it was nominated a little bit later on. Now, we are going to talk about the Best New Artist. Arouge Aftab was nominated, and she pops up later on as well. Jimmy Allen, Baby Keem, Phineas, Glass Animals, Japanese Breakfast, The Kid, Leroy, Arlo Parks were all nominated, but Olivia Rodrigo did, quite realistically. This was always going to be the case, take the award. The Best of Pop Vocal Album. So the Best Pop Vocal Album did go to Olivia Rodrigo as well, and the Best Rap Album went to Tyler, the Creator, with Call Me If You Get Lost, which I found quite surprising as well. Now, moving on to the genres that we are more familiar with here on the sort of channel, the global music performance tends to generally kind of cover this. However, I want to say right away, I'm not a fan of the idea that sort of international music should be put into its own category. I think it should be measured alongside other things. I don't think it should have to be boxed off and given its own separate thing. I think it should very much be part of what's going on in general. I think there should be a lot more meshing in the way that the Grammys work. But again, it is an American sort of, it's an American institution, it's an American project, so they're always going to, I suppose, favour stuff that comes out a lot more local. But I want to talk about the Best Global Music Performance, because it's a very interesting lineup of the artists that were actually nominated. We did see the likes of WIZKID and Thames get nominated with Essence. We saw Yo-Yo Ma and Angelique Kidjo nominated with Blewu. We also saw Femi Kuti nominated with Pa Pa Pa, and also Angelique Kidjo and Burna Boy nominated with Do Yourself. So Angelique Kidjo nominated twice in this section, and obviously Burna Boy picking up one of the nominations as well. However, the winner did go to Mohabbat by Arouge Aftab, who is a Pakistani vocalist who is doing fantastic things. The track itself is incredible in regards to like soundscapes and vocal techniques and everything. It's masterful the way the tunes come together. But again, it depends on what these kind of rankings are done on. I would have presumed, if we were looking at Best Global Music Performance, as in a tune that has kind of set the globe on fire over the last year or so, or since the award kind of bracket is, I would have said, out of everything I've seen there, that Essence is probably by far the biggest one. Also, strange that we saw no nomination for Love Nwantiti from CK, because that's obviously been one of the biggest tunes on a global level as well. But then again, I don't actually know the insides and outs of how tunes get nominated. I don't know whether it's a specific panel, if it's based on streaming figures or anything like that, but it's still interesting to see that Essence didn't actually receive a single award at the Grammys. I find that really bizarre, considering the international success of that tune, the fact he's been able to tour off not near enough off the back of it, but that was one of the biggest tunes of last year, and a lot of the success we're now seeing for WIZKID is realistically linked to that tune. Not taking away from anything else he's done, but that tune has played such a major role, and the same goes for Thames as well. Obviously, she's now on Apple Music, she's now got loads of different things going on. That tune has played such a big part in so many people's lives. I remember seeing video footage of it being in being played in the Bronx and stuff at like street parties and things, so it's a huge international tune. But moving on to another very key moment we do need to discuss, which is, of course, the Best Global Music Album. Now, looking through this is quite interesting indeed. So the general consensus of this is for albums containing at least 51% playing time of new vocal or instrumental global music recordings. That's the category. So we saw the Voice of Bun Bun from Rocky Danwooning. The Volume 1, that is nominated. I believe he is Ghanaian. Alongside this as well, we saw East West Players presents Daniel Ho and Friends live in concert. Now, I believe Daniel Ho is a Hawaiian/American composer, kind of focusing on sort of very classic sounding Hawaiian sounds and kind of pushing the genre forward at the same time. We also saw Legacy from Femi Kuti and Made Kuti as well. That was nominated. We also saw Made in Lagos, the deluxe edition, nominated in this department. Now, this does make sense. Obviously, this was a big... I think there were 6 or 7 new tracks added, which for a lot of people would be the majority of an album, turning it into this massive thing. However, the winner did go to Mother Nature from Angelique Kidjo, which kind of makes sense considering she's had 2 tracks nominated for the Best Performance. It makes sense that the overall project would go to Angelique Kidjo. She's based in Benin, I believe, or at least she's from Benin originally. And yeah, she's fantastic. We've reacted to one of the tracks off that project. It was actually the collaboration with Burner, Do Yourself. I'm pretty sure we reacted to the video for that one here on the channel, so do go and check that one out if you haven't already. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the Grammys, if there's anything that you thought stuck out about it. I mean, obviously we're at a period of time where sort of the big sort of global shall we say, the global award ceremonies are kind of bringing a lot of drama. I'm not going to mention any names, but obviously there was one a few days ago, maybe a week ago by the time this video goes out, that was quite controversial, involving 2 very high profile names. But we want to look at what we cover here on the channel rather than kind of gossip, essentially. So let me know your thoughts on this. Do we think that maybe Essence should have won the Best International Global Performance? I know we do have a lot of WIZKID fans here on the channel, so I'm trying to keep this as unbiased as possible. But again, do we feel that these sort of international the global music performance and the global music album are kind of valid as genres, or should things such as, for instance, Afrobeats or reggae or dancehall, should these be genres that are kind of given their own plateau rather than just clumping everything together under the sort of term global music album? For me, I don't necessarily think it should. I think the track should either be folded into just best songs, or they should be given their own individual genre. It does feel a little bit lazy on behalf of an institution which is supposed to represent the best of the best, but also represent a wider scale of what's going on and leave no stone unturned. It definitely feels like it's a little bit lazy, kind of lumping Arouge Aftab in with, say, Essence. I feel they're very, very different styles of recordings. They're very different influentially. So I just feel it's a little bit lazy. But again, that might just be me. For a lot of people, it might not actually be an issue, but do let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about this. However, that's it from me. Hopefully you have enjoyed this quick update on us reacting to the Grammy results. As always, if you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to go over to Patreon. That's patreon.com/CubCamTV. You can get access to exclusive content, requested reactions, vote on upcoming DJ content and album listens, and also you can also suggest things like this that we can get involved with, and news articles and things we should be covering. But there we go. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time, my friends. Have a good one, and peace.
Sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.